So now we've taken the hair system off and we're going to give it a nice wash. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a brush and we're going to brush through the hair. At this stage you want to try to avoid using a comb. Typically systems, the hair has strings tied on the inside. The strings are typically to keep the contour of the head, and also the comb sometimes can get stuck inside of the lace and can do some damage. So you want to take something that has a small bulb or protection on the outside of the hair, so that when you're brushing through, there's no chance that it's going to go through the hair system and do any damage to the inside. Regardless of the type of hair system you have, whether it has polyurethane on the perimeter or it's full polyurethane, the technique is the same. So again, you basically want to always brush the hair in the same direction, whether it's forward from the center crown or back from the front. So before any water touches the hair, we're going to brush through it and we're going to turn it inside out, and we're going to examine the lace and the perimeter to make sure that there's no glue stuck inside or tape residue. That includes going through the frontal area with your brush, and again making sure that all of the adhesive has been removed. As you comb through your hair, if you receive any resistance, chances are that resistance is due to adhesive being stuck inside of the hair or in the lace. At that point, you're going to take your solvent and spray it in that area. Take a little bit of your shampoo to make sure that the solvent doesn't evaporate too quickly. Put it inside of the hair or on the inside of the lace, depending on where the adhesive is stuck, and gently with your fingers you're going to work it out of the system. Now the systems are delicate, but not so delicate that you can't clean them properly. So if at times glue residue is stuck in between the lace, you can fold gently the lace. If you can make sure you can see that, and we're just squeezing whatever tape or glue residue stuck inside. Then you're going to flip back over the other way and comb through it again, and the comb should now slide through nice and easy. Once that's done and you're sure that your unit is clean, you're going to turn on your water. Now whether you have a spray hose or a drip hose, doesn't really matter. We're going to wet the inside of the hair system. We're going to wet the outside of the hair system. We're going to lay the hair down, and we're going to put just a little bit of shampoo in our hands. We're going to rub our hands together until it's spread around in our hands nicely, and we're going to run the shampoo over the top of the hair system, and we're going to run the shampoo on the inside of the hair system. Now your hair system and friction do not get along, so what you don't want to do is start rubbing the inside. Remember, the hair is sewn into this material, and it's sewn in on this side and the other side. So if you start rubbing hard on this side, chances are hair may come through and again start with premature hair loss. You just want a nice and easy rub the edges of the hair system without being too rough. And you're just checking to make sure that all of the adhesive and glue residue has been removed. Now we're going to flip the hair inside out, and with our brush we're going to brush through. Now what the brush is doing is it's simulating the rubbing without actually rubbing. Now imagine you're working with glass. Glass you can clean, but you can't drop it or be too rough with it. So the same with your hair system. You don't want to comb through it like this, where you're so gentle you're not doing anything, and you don't want to comb through it rough. Just a nice medium force and speed. With your hand underneath the hair system, you should feel the teeth of the brush touching your hand and running through the hair. Now, depending on how long the system's been on and how much solvent you've had to use to take the system off, you'll be washing it at least twice. In some cases 3 times, again depending on how long you've had it on. Now we're going to rinse the unit off. Now, in the earlier part of our video, we showed you how to ensure that all of the adhesives off of your scalp and off of your hair, and then you'd be taking a regular shower. You can actually clean the hair system before you jump in the shower, and indirectly it'll save a few minutes, and I'll show you why now. Once we wash the hair system for the second time, up on the inside edge. Now, as I'm cleaning it, I'm also feeling with my fingers the hair system, the hair. Your fingers are pretty sensitive. If I feel anything or see anything in my way, again, I'd apply a little bit more solvent and make sure that that all got cleaned off. Any residue would have got cleaned off. Before I give the okay to the hair system and stop washing it, I'm just going to examine it one more time and just make sure that the lace is nice and clean. The last thing that you want is for you to think the hair system's clean, you retape it, you put it on your head, and you have gunk stuck inside of it. And you got to start the process all over again, and you're going to waste a ton of time. Now's the time to make sure that everything's done properly, that it's clean, and that it's ready to wear. So the extra 5 minutes you take now could save you an hour or more later on, because once you have it on, if you got to take it off again, you're going to start the process all over. Now at this point, you can apply a little bit of conditioner to the hair system. Now the conditioner typically takes a few minutes to work, and when you're applying your hair conditioner, try to apply it to the back of the hair system, okay? And try not to get too much on the inside of the hair system. The conditioner does have a little bit of oils in it, and the oils at times do prevent the tape from sticking as well as it should. Now that we've applied our conditioner, the conditioner at times does take a few minutes to work, depending on how old the hair is. So you can set this aside and now take a nice shower. By the time you're out of the shower, the hair system will be ready to wash and to rinse off. So now we're going to rinse off the hair system, and again, make sure that we get all the conditioner out. Rinse it from the inside out. Until your water runs nice and clean. brush through one more time. And as I'm brushing through it, I'm examining it, making sure that there's nothing stuck in the hair or on the lace. And I'm going to have a nice clean surface to work with and reapply my tape to. So now I'm going to take a towel. I'm going to place the hair system inside of the towel. I'm going to roll it up and just gently squeeze the water out. And again, no rubbing. Now I'm going to take my blow dryer, and with my dryer I'm going to dry the inside of the hair system. Now I'm not going to hold the blow dryer right to the base because I don't want to burn the hair. You're going to hold it about an inch or two away, and with a sweeping motion make sure that the inside is nice and dry. Nothing's going to stick to a wet surface regardless of how strong the tape or glue is. So again, you want to make sure that the inside is nice and dry. Try not to dry the outside too much so that you can style it up nice the way you want it. Once the inside is dry, you're going to pin it either to a mannequin head, or if you don't have a mannequin head, you can roll up a nice big bath towel. The bath towel will allow for a little bit of traction, unlike your counter, so it'll slide all over the place. The bath towel will provide a little bit of traction and help you hold the unit in place without the need of a mannequin head. But if you can, a mannequin head is always preferable.